In Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 to 4, God spoke to Abraham, saying, "Leave your country, your family, your father's house, and go to a land I will show you." At 75, Abraham obeyed without hesitation. He took only what was necessary. And he also took Lot, his young nephew, the son of his deceased brother Haran. Together, they stepped into a journey of faith and blessing, a journey that would teach them lessons no wealth or land could ever teach alone.
Uncle, do you really think we can leave everything behind?
Sometimes the greatest treasures lie ahead, my son, in places we cannot yet see.
In Genesis chapter 13, we read that Abraham prospered. His flocks were great, his wealth in silver and gold immense. And Lot, walking closely with his uncle, shared in that blessing. He too grew wealthy, a reflection of Abraham's favor, a product of the life he had inherited. For years they moved together, enjoying abundance. Yet the land could only contain so much.
Let there be no strife between us, Lot. If you go left, I will go right. If you go right, I will go left.
Lot looked across the plain of the Jordan, green and well-watered like Egypt. He chose it. For someone who knew Abraham was advanced in age and had cared for him since the death of his father, for someone who owed most of his prosperity to what he learned from his uncle, Lot's choice of choosing first was not wise at all. He could have said to his uncle, "You choose that plain, it looks good, and I will choose what's left, since I'm still young and have much strength." Perhaps if he had given Abraham that choice, they both could have avoided Sodom and Gomorrah, because God would have said no to Abraham, and Abraham would have listened. Rather, he chose first and went away. Abraham chose humility over argument. He knew that the blessing is not in the greenness of the land, but in the greatness of God. When God gives instruction, it is for you alone. No matter what is happening around you, your focus must remain on the path He calls you to follow. Do not do things because everyone else is doing it. Lot's choice led him to a city that looked prosperous, but was corrupt beyond measure. That city was called Sodom and Gomorrah. Even Abraham could not sway God's judgment. When angels visited Lot, he obeyed this time, fleeing with his family. Yet he had one strict instruction: do not look back. His wife, overcome by attachment to the past, turned and became a pillar of salt. Only Lot and his 2 daughters survived, a testament to obedience and God's mercy. Abraham rose early and looked towards the same Sodom Lot was instructed not to look at, yet nothing happened to him. Why? Because the instruction was not for Abraham, it was for Lot. Faithful obedience is personal. The responsibility is yours alone. Lot learned that something looks good does not necessarily mean it is from God, and that following the crowd is never a substitute for following Him. Lot chose with his eyes. Abraham walked by faith. The grass may look greener, but the blessing lies not in land, wealth, or appearance. It lies in God. Obedience, patience, and faith are the paths to true prosperity. This is what Abraham knew that Lot did not. Comment your thoughts below. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.